Got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose.
No.
We got another W. Haters gon' hate.
Hey, we got another W today. The haters didn't get their way, but that's okay. No matter what, we know that they can't stay away. Since they gon' stick around, we should just call them bae. Okay, we forward tough and y'all soft as play. Though we ain't trying to boast, just trying to show up every game. No rest, just work, we in the dirt, getting it every play. We bring that war with no delay. I suggest you pray. Amen.
We got another W.
Yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose.
No.
We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose.
The Dolphins are the real deal, like Holyfield. When we on the field, we got all the skills to pay all the bills. When these haters fake, we stay trill. They speed bumps and we climbing hills. This D is crazy, they gon' need a pill. But drugs kill unless it's Advils. Here's advice, make sure your first thought is to think twice. Don't wanna pay the price that'll cost your life. Don't take the chance, don't roll the dice. We big dogs with a large bite. We pythons, y'all small mice. We getting Super Bowls, that's foresight. No stopping us, we got a green light. And we heating up, check the Fahrenheit. And we bout to blow like dynamite. Boom.
We got another W.
Yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose.
No.
We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W.
Yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose.
No.
We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose.
Everybody's saying we at least a few years away, but Flores got a plan, about to show you there's another way. We're bringing the talent in the building each and every way. Drafted, undrafted, free agency gon' make a play. Finally got the organization back to seeing better days, but we were such a disgrace, a constant state of team decay. We gotta move forward, cause behind us is Adam Gase. Flores got us headed to the Super Bowl on delay. Let's go.
We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose.
We got another W, The haters, they don't like to lose, no. We got another W. TD fans. We got another W, ladies and gentlemen. Fins up. Welcome to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are victorious. We reign supreme. The Miami Dolphins, #1 in the AFC East. We run this division. Welcome to the Miami Dolphins post-game celebration show, #1 in the AFC East. It is Super Bowl time. I put pops instead of post. Let me change that now. You know, people going to come in hating. But listen, man, before we get started and we dive in, we got to stop for a second. And this is real talk. We have to have a moment of silence. Y'all, do me a favor. We're going to have a moment of silence. We lost 3 brothers today. The New England Patriots, the Buffalo Bills, and the New York Jets. If we could just have a moment of silence. That's what y'all bums get. I love it. I love it. Dan Mitchell, master at works. And we're a little light on Richie. We expect that with Richie. We already know they're going to be trash. But they are silent. The only one who said congratulations to me was Richie. The only one. Now Master at Works wants to chime in, talk about, to be honest, I'm going to have to buy a costume for this bet. I can't wait for Wednesday night. Oh, man, Master at Works going to get on his knees and praise Tua. Cal Farias with the donation said TD Funny ASF. Hey, man, I ain't even trying to be funny, man. Listen, I'm just happy right now. I bet on Tua in the Miami Dolphins and I won. I bet on Tua in the Dolphins and I won, man. We're going to let people into this show, but I'm going to give my post-game take, man. Y'all give me about 15 minutes. I'm going to tell you what I thought of the game, my true thoughts of the game. I'm going to try to be really quick and fast, okay? We also got media coverage going on right now. We might play a little bit of that so you can see some of the press conferences. Ian Baller said, Master, bow down to Tua at work. I love it. I love it, man. So let me go ahead and get into my monologue, giving you my post-game reaction to the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. And then we'll open it up to let other people come in and enjoy the night with me, all right? Shout out to the homie Vic, said 20 on the win. Hey, I like that 20. You know why? Because we going 20-0. I like the 20, Vic, because we going 20-0. Shout out to all the $20 donations for 20-0. We going 20-0. That's number one down, 19 to go. 17-0 in the regular season, first round bye, 3 playoff wins, Super Bowl. Then we go into the offseason with the most money and the most draft capital. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And next week is going to be the biggest game of all. We about to dog them sorry bums. Josh Allen trash self. Oh, anyway, let's focus on the Dolphins right now. I want to give my opening monologue talking about our team and how they did. I want to give you my true analysis of this game. This is a early analysis because when I go back to watch the film, I'm going to come with more detailed analysis on Monday and Tuesday, okay? So right now, my first reaction to this game. All right, first and foremost, Miami Dolphins, congratulations for the win, okay? We got the W in a hard-fought, gritty game. I have to start this all talking about the New England Patriots. First of all, I have to give credit to their defense to a degree. They played good football. They held us to only 17 points, and we have offensive weapons. I think we have a quarterback who is improved. I think we have a better wide receiving core. I feel like our offensive line is better than they were last year, and our running game is expected to be much better than it was last year. But yet the Patriots still were able to come in and fight us tooth and nail the entire game. Their defense actually played well. And that is promising for us for the given fact that we still came out with the victory. They held us to 17 points, but our defense also held them to 16. Now, as far as the New England Patriots offense, they did let me see, there's a scale to this, man. They did I don't want to say great. I want to go right under great. They did a really good job today. But they kind of played right into our game plan, which is continue to methodically move down the field, even though I hate us giving up yards in the zone. But we didn't stretch the ball out, and Mac Jones looked pretty solid in the game. But at the same token, it only put up 16 points. Their offense looked good, if you ask me, but they still only put up 16 points. My bad. They still only put up 16 points. And that is very promising for the simple fact that what I'm seeing is more of last year. I think the defense is going to pick up where we left off last year because that offense, I'm telling y'all now, they actually played well. That offense played well today. And we still held them to 16 points because we had the timely turnovers at the right time. We had that fumble from Xavier Howard at the right time. But the reality of it all, we cannot continue to go forward and rely on that. It will be a disaster for the Miami Dolphins if we rely on that every week. We have to be able to do better on the offense. But their offense is respectable, the Patriots. But you have to understand that they ran into our defense, which is a really good defense. Now, we gave up some rushing yards, some big game rushing yards, but overall, a lot of their rushes went for 2 and 3 yards. You don't like to see giving up those big ones, but at the end of the day, a lot of those were 2 and 3 yard rushes in a few big ones. So to the New England Patriots, I believe that they're going to be a really good competitive team this year. I think that they will be a really good team this year. The only issue I have with the Patriots is this. How they played today, if they play a sorry team, they're going to put up 30 points like that. But against us, I don't see them getting better. I don't see the New England Patriots getting that much better than that throughout the year. The Miami Dolphins, on the other hand, we won the game, and I see a lot of upside for our team to go in this year. That's what has me excited the most about this game. I don't feel like they can get that much better this year. Mac Jones had a good game. He had a really good game. I don't know how much better people will expect for him to get. But in my opinion, it was a good game overall. But the Miami Dolphins, we got a lot of room for improvement. Mac Jones was 29 of 39, y'all. That man almost had a 75% completion. Mac Jones was 29 of 39, almost 75% completion. That might be top 3 in the NFL today. I haven't checked anyone else. 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. He had a passer rating of 102.6. And Tua had a passer rating of 79. Mac Jones had a good game. Of 281 yards as a rookie in his first game in the NFL. That's why the Patriots should be concerned. They're going to beat up on the sorry teams, but any team that has a good defense and their offense is picking it up, Patriots aren't going to beat them. And that's going to be us later in the season as our offense gets better and better. I agree. Mac Jones had time to throw the ball. I agree. But that doesn't discount that he had a great game. Let me get the actual percentage. 29 divided by 39. 74.4% completion percentage. Anybody would take that from their quarterback. But the problem they have is that they had an offense that plays so efficient, they even ran the ball for 125 times and still lost. That's an efficient game and still lost. That's because our defense bent, but they never broke. They gave up 1 touchdown, 3 field goals. We let them in the end zone 1 time. And guess why? Because the refs robbed us. The lie, the hit to the quarterback's legs, robbery. And whatever play was right after that was a robbery as well. And that was their only touchdown. They're in trouble. Again, they will beat up on the sorry teams. That's why they have the ability to potentially win 10 games. But our offense was not clicking today at all, in my opinion, overall, and we still won. They don't have upside to this loss. We have upside to a victory. This is huge. I want y'all to put that into perspective. No matter how much complaining you want to do about the offense, whoever name you want to blame in X, Y, and Z, we won and have upside. It can get way better against a team that was actually lights out on offense and play good football on defense. Let's not take away the credit from their defense. They played good football on both sides of the field, and we still won. I'm not going to sit here and cap. They had an efficient offensive game, 125 rushing yards. They averaged 4.2 yards per carry. 4.2 yards per carry, y'all. And Mac Jones goes 74.5% completions, no interceptions, no turnovers, 102 rating, 103 rating. And their defense actually played good football against our offense and still lost. How does that happen? Because if I was to rank their offense on a scale of 1 to 10, I got to be honest with y'all. I give it an 8 today. They actually executed on offense. They just couldn't seal the deal when they got down the field. They had to settle for too many field goals. I give them an 8 on offense. If I was to grade our offense today, I would have to give it a 4.75. I want to be generous because we won. I would give our offense a 5 today. We ran the ball 3.2 yards per carry, primarily when we were under center. Our quarterback was 16 of 27. Did he make 70%? 59%. 59% with the touchdown and an interception. No receiver over 100 yards. And we still won. We won with upside against a good defense. So all these people who want to say, yeah, we won, but, we this and that and this, you got to take this and be happy about it. And now we get to go in the lab, put some work together. We get, a few key players back next week. We get Noah back. We get Will Fuller back. We get Preston Williams, maybe. Maybe. But we get some weapons back in there. And we go in Buffalo. I don't know what's going to happen in that game, but I'm pumped for it because I'm looking for our offense to get those first game jitters out and actually come to Buffalo and go to war. Go to war. I told y'all, man, if we start 2-0, Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Enough about the Patriots. I don't need to talk about them no more. I got to break down our team. I'm going to start on defense, okay? This zone situation I really don't like. But what I will tell you, one thing that I do realize after watching this game, it takes time off the clock. It allows another team to move down. But when the rubber meets the road, we always dial up the right plays at the end before they can get in the end zone. I don't like how lax that we do our play callings in the open field. But one thing I can tell you is we dial up the right plays when they already in our territory. That's why we force a lot of field goals. I may be greedy. I may want it all. I may want them to have to punt a lot instead of getting field goals. And nothing's wrong with that. I don't want to give points out at all. I want them to have to punt the ball instead of giving up all the easy stuff and then trying to tighten it up at the end. Because when you go against Kansas City or great teams like that, you can't do that. You can't do that. But overall, the defense had a really good day. This is the same as last year. We gave up a lot of yards, but we didn't give up a lot of points. And this is a Super Bowl type defense. But we're looking for more turnovers in that secondary, but that's not going to come if we're going to be running zone all the time. It's not going to. Defensive line, I'm not very impressed. I'm not impressed for the simple fact that this year was a focal year of getting organic pressure. We didn't get any organic pressure. For y'all who don't understand what organic pressure is, that's being able to put pressure on the quarterback with a simple four-man rush. We didn't get any organic pressure. And I think they need to dial up a lot more zero blitzes. Linebackers, I thought had a so-so game. Still did not win their battles in the run game often enough. And in pass coverage, I can't blame them for having to drop back in the zone and watch people catch it, and they made a lot of tackles after it. This had to be a high tackling game. It had to be. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Jerome Baker led the team, 12 tackles. Eric Rowe had 9. Nick Needham had 6. Sam McGuavin had 6. Byron Jones had 5. Jason McCourty had 5. X had 5. Brennan Scarlett 5. Andrew Van Ginkel 5. John Jenkins 4. And a whole bunch of 3s and a whole bunch of 2s and a whole bunch of 1s. We had 85 tackles in this game, and the Patriots had 49. Not because they can't tackle the Patriots. It's just that they got more first downs, so we had to tackle more. They got more first downs, which caused us to have to tackle more. And we only had 2 tackles for loss in the whole game. One by Emmanuel Ogbah and one by Zach Zeiler. Shout out to the homie Eudotis. Said we starting the season slow since Flo took over. We started slow again, but this time we won. I'm telling y'all, when it clicks, look out because it's going to be fire. I agree with that. That's why I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. There's some things to really be critical about, and we'll talk about those, but I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt at the end of the day. Okay? But we had 2 tackles for losses in this whole game. They had 7. And most of them came when we ran the ball out of the with the quarterback under center. I just can't stand it. Y'all know how I feel about that, running the ball when the quarterback is under center. We just ain't got the O-line for it. That's why I don't like it. I just don't. It is what it is. But anyway, that's where we are on the defense, but overall, good game by the defense. They held them to 16 points, and they got the biggest turnover at the end of the game. Now, as we transition to the offense, this is what I'm frustrated about. I got to be honest with y'all. This is what I'm frustrated about the offense. If we wouldn't have got that fumble and they would have scored a field goal, if we wouldn't have gotten that fumble and they would have scored a field goal and went up 19-17 with a minute and something left, because if we wouldn't have got that fumble, I think they were right there at the first down or something. They would have ran the clock and we would have had like a minute left by the end of it all. If we wouldn't have got that fumble, the issue that I have with our offense is what they did in this game gave me zero faith that they would at least go down and get in field goal range or score a touchdown if we had to. It gave me zero faith that we would have been able to close the deal. Had they scored, I don't think I would. It's hard to believe we would have closed the deal. And that's what's frustrating about it. Thank you, defense, and that's a part of the team, and that's what we got to get done. But I don't feel like if they had scored, I just don't see where we would have made it happen. It might have been super disastrous because I feel like we would have probably had a turnover or something trying too hard, as we did the previous drive with the interception. And that's just the truth of the matter. So let's break down this offense, man. Let's break down the offense, okay? First and foremost, the run game, we ran the ball 23 times and we threw the ball 27 times. Balance. I have to give it up to them there. That's balance. But if they're going to rely on Myles Gaskins taking the next step, they have to stop and allow him to be the guy. Myles Gaskins averaged 5.4 yards per carry, and the next person wasn't even close. Malcolm Brown was 3.2. Salvon Ahmed was 1.3. Tua was 0.3, and Jacoby Brissett was 2 yards. But I don't even count Tua and Jacoby. Salvon Ahmed was 1.3. You don't have to give your third string back carries. Your third string back is supposed to be there in case somebody gets hurt, or you can use them on occasions in the slot like you did that one time where you ran them off of like a jet sweep. They need to let Myles Gaskins be the guy, and maybe in the red zone bring in Brown. He averaged 5.4 yards per carry, and Brown gives us 3.2. Now, another thing, I know you want to bring Brown in and try to run out of with the quarterback under center, but we need to abandon that altogether and just hand the ball off out of the pistol or when Tua is in the shotgun. I feel like our run game could have been better if we would have had the right personnel and utilized it in the right formations more. To flip-flop the time of possession in this game. To swap the time of possession in this game. The Patriots had the ball 37 minutes in this game. Let me say that again. The Patriots had the ball 37 minutes in this game. The Dolphins had the ball 23 minutes in the game on offense. Let me say that one more time. The Patriots had the game for 2.5 quarters. The Miami Dolphins had the ball. They had the ball for 2.5 quarters. The Miami Dolphins had the ball for 1.5 quarters. They had the ball for 13, almost 14 more minutes than the Miami Dolphins, an entire quarter. And it's like, how did we win? The defense didn't let them cash in the big bucks. They took 2 possessions to get what you should get in one, a touchdown. They had to get 2 field goals. And 2 field goals makes you 1 point short of the cash-in touchdown, and that's why they lost by 1 point. I have to tell y'all, the defense won this game. The offense gave timely contributions by keeping up with the score, but y'all got to realize the defense got it done today. Overall, they were on the field for 2.5 quarters, gassed, and still make the big play at the end of the game. They were driving down the field at will. Let's talk about it. They were driving down the field easily, picking up first at the first. Our defense was tired, but that one turnover, man, that's what flips the game. New England Patriots had 393 all-purpose yards. We had 259. They had 134 more yards than us. And we won the game. Carnell said, who is leading our division? You better know it. The freaking Miami Dolphins, baby. And that's what we got in this game. Third down efficiency. The New England Patriots went 11 for 16. They converted almost 70% of their third downs. And the Miami Dolphins on third down, the money down, went 4 of 11, and we converted 36%. That's not good enough to get it done. We got to do better. We got to do better. Man, we got to do better. Oh, bad. One moment. Okay. Shout out to the homies that just gave the donation. Let me go ahead and read those. Our defense has that bend but don't break mentality. Yeah, I agree. But until you run up to that high-powered offense, our offense has to be able to deliver, because you cannot rely on that forever. You cannot rely on bend but don't break forever, because at some point your offense is going to have to put up points if your defense slips here and there. They had 24 first downs and we had 16. 16. They had 8 more first downs than us. And we won. They had 268 passing yards. We had 185. And we won. We had one more drive than them because of the turnover. And that's what makes the difference. Now, our penalties, we didn't do so bad. We had 5 penalties for 28 yards. They had 8 penalties for 84 yards. They lost in the discipline game. Bill Belichick got out-coached in the discipline game. His team was not as disciplined as ours were. His team was not as disciplined as we were. They fumbled the ball twice. That's what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it comes down to. So Miami Dolphins are the underdogs and they win the game. Now I want to see how they're going to look at it coming into the game next week. They're going to have Buffalo favorite because they're haters. They're going to have Buffalo favorites, but let's finish breaking down this offense real quick. Okay? Now, we talked about the run game just now. We got to talk about the O-line. First of all, Tua took 2 sacks today for 17 yards. That's basically giving us a average of about 34. If they can give up 2 sacks a game all year, phenomenal. Phenomenal. We used to get 65 a game, plus it's an extra game this season. In a regular 16-game season, this equates to about 32 sacks a game. Good job not letting him go down. Fuller back next week, which I guarantee you that will open our options. All this opening the options, first of all, y'all have to understand something. Our offensive line is still growing. They're going to need time to continue to develop, but I think they're good enough now to still get the job done. But y'all keep talking about this Will Fuller stuff and all of that. First of all, for those deep routes to develop, and Tua got to be able to throw the ball way out there deep, because all his deep throws are a little short, and our receivers got to come back to catch it or turn around and jump ball it. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Because I got some things to talk about to praise him and some criticism as well, and I think that's fair. All right? Now, as far as the offensive line, they gave up some plays. They didn't have a ton of penalties. They did not have a ton of penalties. They had some, but there weren't a ton of penalties. And this is a good defensive line and a good defensive front. And I think that they did a fair job. I don't give them great. I'm not even giving them good. I think they did a fair job. And every single week, as long as they do a fair job, I don't see where any massive criticism should come from. I did not say good. I did not say great. I said fair. I said fair. And fair is on the positive side of the spectrum. On a scale of 1 to 10, fair is in the range of 5.1 and 5.9. Fair. Piece of me want to give him a 6 because we had a rookie, Eichenberg, as left tackle, and I feel like in the overall game, he held his own. I got to go watch the All-22 and study it. But I feel like he did a good job. I feel like we didn't get blown up as much right up the middle. That was my biggest concern. And I just think overall the offensive line does not deserve the criticism people were trying to give it during the game when other people were actually making mistakes. My take. When it comes to the real deep dive into the O-line, I have to look at the All-22. But we're going to move along. We talked about the running backs and the O-line. Let's talk about Tua and his chemistry and performance with these wide receivers as a collective group. First of all, our receivers didn't drop many balls. Waddle dropped one, I remember. And any other drop was in very tight coverage. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If y'all saw any other like wide open, like, oh my gosh, that was an easy one. Why did you drop it? All I remember is one drop pass that was easy. And I don't even know if it was easy. It was a little bit outside, and Waddle actually leaped off his feet to try to get it. But I'll give Waddle the drop. His hands touching it is what it is. Alberto said O-line had a decent game. Feelings on Waddle and biggest concern going into next game. I'll hit some of those right now, and biggest concerns I'll hit later, okay? Let me see here. Give me a second. We had another donation that I missed. I want to make sure I get the homie's comment before I break down the Tua and the wide receivers. He said, TD, here's the difference between Tua versus Jones. Tua had a wheel route to Ahmed, but threw it out of bounds. I remember it where people tried to say, oh, it would have been picked off. I don't want to hear that crap. Ahmed burned him, had him by like 6 yards. Mac had the same play and hit his running back in stride. Again, you're not going to make every play. I'm not going to sit there and just bash Tua because Mac did something on one play that Tua didn't. You're not going to hit every play. I also saw Mac Jones in the red zone on a third down, a critical one, throw the ball a little too low to his guy, and that would have been a critical play of the game. And his guy ended up catching the ball still, but he didn't allow him to have that yards after the catch to get the first down. See, we can be critical about everything. But overall, I'm not even going to try to compare Mac and Tua this game. Mac had a good game. Tua had a okay game. Nothing to write home for and be excited about it, but it was okay. I'm not going to sit here and say it was trash. I don't agree with those sentiments that it was trash. There were some trash things in it, but it wasn't trash. He had an okay game. Okay? So let me keep going on about the receiver and quarterback. I don't remember any other drops other than the Waddle one. So the receivers somewhat did their job, and sometimes they didn't catch the ball for the simple fact that it was just amazing coverage. And that's not Tua's fault or the receiver fault. The ball was where it needed to be, but the defense played well. But there were some plays where our quarterback let it get away from him. And I'm going to tell you this. Our receiving core actually played well in the fact that they protected Tua today. There were some big-time throws, big-time catches that were made that wasn't thrown perfectly. Waddle had his guy beat by feet. He had to turn all the way back around and come back and get that deep pass. Waddle took care of his quarterback, and that's what quarterbacks need. Their wide receivers to take care of them. Patrick Mahomes got wide receivers that take care of him. Brady got wide receivers that take care of him. Quarterbacks have their receivers to help take care of them. A simple play like Waddle catching that deep ball, had he not caught it, we could have a different outcome in this game. So give the quarterback credit. And Tua got the completion. I know what people want me to say, oh, give Tua credit on the throw. It was a beautiful. I'm always keep it real. It was a completion, so yay, Tua, but Waddle made the play on that. Same thing with Devontae Parker on the other side. He actually really beat his guy, but had to turn around, wait on the ball, then high point it on J.C. Jackson and get it. And that was on a great corner. That was on a great corner. Somebody said, obviously, it's a team game, but despite how we look today, Tua is 7-3 as a starter, fins up. Wins, losses ain't a quarterback stat, but I'll take it. Fins up, baby. Fins up. Fins up. All right? So his quarterback, his wide receivers, Devontae Parker and Jalen Waddle, made 2 big catches today, and the pass was not perfect. But that's what it takes for your receivers to also make plays, man. Your receivers have to make plays and take care of their wide receiver. Take care of their quarterback. Think about it. The Parker reception where it wasn't a great pass was 30 yards. The Waddle reception that wasn't a great pass was 36 yards. You got to take care of your quarterback because no matter how rough things look for him, you can also help make him look good. And that's what it takes. This is the Carter said, bro, that game to me was an offensive line game. The Patriots made their quarterback look good because he had time to perform. Tua didn't have that. Bro, once again, I'm not going to sit here and say Tua had all the time in the world, but this is where people need to understand. We can talk about the plays where he didn't have any time, so it didn't work. But why do y'all focus on that and ignore the ones where he had time, the man was open, and the pass wasn't there? You got to keep it honest. What you're trying to do is put it all on the offensive line. They deserve some of his struggles today, but they do not take 100% of the blame. He has some of it to go too. He owns some of it just as well. What you want me to say? Tua has zero blame in that game. It's 100% his offensive line's fault. If they play well, he wouldn't have had any bad throws or any incompletions. It's just not true. Let's call it how we see it. We expect for him to ball out next week versus Buffalo, but we can be honest. You don't have to be in your feelings because you wanted him to throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and he didn't. The team won. Great team win, but we can tell the truth. We're breaking down this day. We're not going to talk about all glitz and glamour. We're going to give a true analysis of what we thought. Just like I said, we didn't get a good organic pass rush. I can say that he had moments where he made some mistakes. And the last thing I will say from a mistake, so I can get off of his mistakes, so some of y'all can get out y'all feelings, is he got to stop holding on to that ball in critical moments. He got to stop holding on to that ball in critical moments. And throw the ball away. Don't just heave it up hoping something happened. That's real, all right? O-line could help him out even more. The receivers helped him today. I'm not going to say the O-line helped him out, but I will say this. When he completed a beautiful pass to Devontae Parker, to this guy, to that guy, because the man completed 16 passes. On those 16 passes, did he help? Did the O-line help? It's like we don't want to give them no credit at all. We want to make the O-line look as bad as we possibly can so that we can make another guy look great. Let's call it what it is. Folks got to learn it's okay to spread the blame. Thank you. Thank you. It's okay to spread the blame. I can blame everybody, and I say one thing about Tua, why is this a Tua bashing? Stop. He ain't making them kind of excuses. So anyway, man, I think overall our offense did not play well today. And Tua had a okay day. Anybody that gives Tua a better assessment than okay? Matter of fact, how y'all think in the comment section? Our quarterback, did he have a great day, good day? No, a great day, a really good day, a good day, a okay day, a below average day, a trash day? What do you think in the comment section? I honestly made a conscious effort to come up here and make sure that I didn't bash Tua Tagovailoa, and I was as objective as I possibly could and give him, criticism where it needs to be. Because I'm about to tell y'all the things he did well, but y'all don't even let me get to those things before you get in your feelings. On a grading scale, this man had a C today. A C. It was a C. And it was good enough for the victory. Hoorah, be happy about it. Sith Lord said, TD, if he had the time Jones did, I expect Tua would have a much better game. Problem with the game, number 1, O-line, number 2, Tua, number 3, defensive play calling. That could be fair. That could be fair, but here's what I would do in that. I would actually put offensive play calling number 1, defensive play calling number 2, and the combination of the O-line and Tua as number 3. See, I want to put one ahead of the other. I feel like it would be a combination, and then those two wouldn't even be the leading cause. They would be number 3. Okay, that's what I would do in that situation. But I appreciate the comment, man. I appreciate the comment. Now, y'all done gave y'all grades. Let's talk about what Tua did do well. First and foremost, the kid came out in the game and put his play to action on the field. He came out poised, under control, threw accurate balls, threw the perfect balls, threw strikes to put his team up to begin the game and lead the game. If y'all realize how important it is for the start of the game, he put the team, a combination of him and Gaskins, put the team on his back and got it done. That first drive was a thing of beauty, and the reason why he gets massive credit for that is because it's the first freaking drive. How you start the game is so important in the NFL, and he looked sharp. The next 3 possessions, if I remember, we punted the ball, and Tua didn't have the best outing, but I can't put the blame on him because I didn't like the play calling in that section. I felt like he tried to make plays, but it just didn't compute. It didn't add up. He tried to make the plays, but at the end of the day, it didn't add up. So 3 plays, negative 11 yards, 5 plays for 23 yards in a punt, and then 3 plays for 5 yards. And when everything was hitting the fan, let me show y'all what I like about Tua today. He started the game on fire. Then when the Patriots took over the momentum and took the lead, he helped lead his team down the field to close the quarter and get a crucial field goal, 8 plays, 45 yards. That was one of the most crucial drives in the game to keep it in a certain distance to help out. Not only did he help the team go down and get a field goal before the half, but coming right out of the halftime, the play calling got better again, and you got Myles Gaskins that ripped one off. Then you had a big play. I forgot who it was. Let me see if I can see who it was. It was a really big play. Yeah, that was the one to Devontae Parker for 30 yards. Wasn't the best of a pass, but let me tell you something. It don't matter. He got it done, and then him and Waddle connected at the end to seal the deal. Come out at halftime just like you started the game and get a touchdown. You notice that? He started the game with a touchdown, and he started the second half with a touchdown. 2 drives to start both critical parts of a game, he scored to set the tone for the half. Now, mind you, we never scored again. The next drive was 3 of 5, and I'm going to be honest, early in the game, those 3 drives where we stalled, I wasn't even mad at Tua. It didn't look great. Everybody came on halftime complaining about him. I wasn't even mad at him. I was actually more disappointed in the second half after the touchdown. The second half after the touchdown, I did not see the flashes that I saw in the first half. We had a 3-play drive for -5 yards. He threw the pick, and then we ended the game by taking knees. So I'm giving him credit for how he came out to start the game, his poise right before the half, and how he came out after the half. Because without him, it would have been hard to have made some of those plays. And there were times in those crucial moments where our offensive line would have a holding call where he would fake and run himself and pick up good yardage and stuff. So it wasn't the best performance, but there are some things to be happy about. The most critical parts of the game, he played well with the exception of that interception, and I just think he should have got rid of the ball. And I think that that's the fairest assessment I can give. You call me a hater, which I don't think there was any hate in that assessment. You can say I'm wrong. You can say I'm right, whatever. I'm just giving you the fairest assessment I can because all I'm going to do is try to tell the truth. All I'm going to do is try to tell the truth. Okay? But overall, I know everybody just wants to talk about Tua. And in regards to Tua, today was not a day for you to sit here and say, man, he ain't the future. It's okay. He made enough plays to help get the win. But this isn't a day where you can say he's not the future. No. This is not that type of game. This was not a Denver Broncos game. This was more of the regular games he had last year. Didn't do anything over the top to wow you, but also didn't do anything over the top to just be like, oh my gosh, this is trash. This was more so the normal game he had last year. So did I see growth today? I'm not going to say I saw growth today. I'm not going to say that I saw growth today, but I did not see a guy go backwards today. I did not see a guy go backwards today. And it's the first game of the season. And if you don't go backwards in the first game of the season, I got to support that. Because it's going to get better. And don't forget, played a really good defense. Don't forget that aspect of it. Played a really good defense. All right, we got a donation said when the O-line struggles, so will the QB. That's a correlation. That's a correlation. But it's not always just the O-line. But that is a correlation. Would like to see more run plays designed for Tua. I agree, but sometimes you want to be careful with potential injuries. Congrats, bro. I'm still devastated, but you guys deserve the W. Salute to you, man. That's a Patriots fan showing love. We respect that over here, bro. The defense won us this game. I'm not going to argue that, but the offense still put some points on the board. They scored more than the other team. So you got to give the offense credit for scoring more than the other team because it still takes them scoring the ball. Our defense didn't score. So we put up 17 points. So our offense, hey, you got to give them some fraction of credit. I know they didn't impact the game as much, but you still got to give them some fraction of credit. They did not play well today, but again, they still scored more than the Patriots did. Two good defense. I just think our defense is better. The receivers and Gaskins did well. I agree with that. I like what we did with Waddle today. I think Waddle had a good opening week, but I got to be honest with y'all. They got to utilize him more. I'm telling y'all, when we start running the ball out of under center, I don't like it. When we start trying to not fake the handoff and just straight up throw the ball, I don't like it. I want you to fake that handoff on every single play. Every throwing play, I want you to fake that handoff. Master Loser at work got to bow to us tomorrow. No, it's on Wednesday. He's going to bow on Wednesday. every single game, every single play that we throw the ball, I need them to call a play where Tua is faking a handoff. I don't want no straight up regular throw because we're not effective with that either. I don't want nothing where your linebackers are just like, oh, this is a pass. No, I want you to fake the handoff on every pass. That's why they need to run the ball they need to play out of the pistol and the Tua in the shotgun, faking handoffs. Period. I'm so interested to see how they chop this up in the media if they give a fair analysis of this game. G Firm said our receivers struggle beating man-to-man coverage. Yeah, they did, but this is a tough defense, and they ran a lot of man. But remember, I keep on telling y'all, there were sometimes y'all saw it, receivers that had their man beat, but the ball came a half a second late. Who was that in the end zone? I forgot who that was. Albert Wilson in the end zone. I'll never forget that play. Albert Wilson in the end zone, he beat his guy. He had about 2 feet step on it, but the pass was late and the defender was able to catch up. It's plays like that. Gaskins on that wheel route. He beat his guy by 6 yards. Pass was late. It wasn't only late. It was actually out of bounds. So when we say separation, I understand that. This is a tough game playing a tough defense. All we can really hold our hat on is the plays where there was separation and we didn't execute. You're going to have tight plays where receivers aren't open. It's the NFL. It gets tough sometimes against great defenses. But don't forget to mention the ones where we got separation. We got to keep it fair. Got to keep it fair. All right? Mike Gesicki. He wasn't a big factor in this game at all. Mike Gesicki wasn't a big factor in this game at all. Oh, that was Ahmed on the real route. You're right. Thanks for the correction. Appreciate that. Let me see something. Mike Gesicki. Let me see. Where was Gesicki? Mike Gesicki, 0 receptions. He caught that one where he kind of bailed Tua out. Not bailed Tua out because Tua couldn't do nothing on that play. Nobody was open, but he was working hard for Tua. Let me say that before they call me a hater. He was working hard for Tua. Nobody was open, so he created separation and got it for the first, but then there was a penalty on the play. But they shut Gesicki down. But let me tell y'all this. Don't look into that much. Let me tell you why. Bill Belichick game plan for Gesicki. Bill Belichick made sure, and this is what's frustrating because I'm going to tell y'all now, when we watch the film, I bet y'all, if I'm able to show some film on this channel, I am going to prove this to y'all. Tua looked at Gesicki at least about 7 to 8 times in this game and kept his eyes on him. There were times he threw the ball away because it wasn't there, and it was times he wanted to force it there, just couldn't, and the play didn't work out. When I was watching this game, I saw it on certain occasions because what I watch out for is that Tua is still staring down his receivers. That's just the truth, ladies and gentlemen. He has a first read he wants to go to, and he goes to it almost every time. And if it's not the first read, it's a low percentage completion. And the first person that he stares at, he was looking for Gesicki a lot in this game. And that's where Bill Belichick comes into play. Bill Belichick wanted to take Gesicki out of this game. But I'll tell you this, that's a positive for Tua because they tried to smother Gesicki today and he didn't throw the ball to him. He only threw the ball to Gesicki twice today. And I like that because he didn't try to force anything. He didn't get no turnovers trying to force it to Gesicki because their game plan was to take Gesicki away. Bill Belichick always speak highly of Mike Gesicki. He always speak highly of Mike Gesicki. And he always says he's a problem. Gesicki, they got Gesicki over there. He's a problem. He game planned for Gesicki. And Tua never pulled the trigger when it wasn't there. The issue is when he doesn't pull the trigger, trying to find that second guy. And that's where Tua struggles. And I keep telling y'all this, and y'all don't like to hear it. Tua is money on that first read. He kept eating with Devontae Parker on the first read, kept eating with Waddle on underneath first read. Even the deep ball, when he threw the 30-yarder to Waddle, he hiked the ball, looked left, tossed it. Parker hiked the ball, looked right, tossed it. I'm not trying to say he's the first read quarterback as a negative, but he is going for that first read. Tua is going to let the ball fire on his first read. And the ones that have to develop, he holds on for the first, and if it ain't there, he pulls it back and then the play blows up. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And y'all think I'm hating, but y'all got to go watch the film. This is what's happening. And today, the first read catch was good enough. And it's not just because of him. It's because the play design is for him to try to get it out quickly because we don't have a 5-second O-line. It's a combination of things. We don't have a 5-second O-line. We don't have a line that's going to hold it for 5 seconds to make him feel comfortable about throwing it after that first read not being there. That's what's going on in Miami. So our game plan has to be that way. But here's what's frustrating. If it's going to be that way, then stop running all of these routes that have to develop. Go ahead and make your bread and butter. Pistol formation, spread offense, fake the handoff, throw the quick ones, fake or hand it off. Let's go. Eat. Just keep doing it. You'll have a higher percentage of success with the offense. This O-line is not a 5-second line. It's a 3.3 line at best. And I said at best. And on average, it's going to give you about 2.5 seconds. And that's okay. That's okay. But at least make sure the game plan consistently stays within those parameters. Don't try to dial it up where the first read ain't there and then you need more time for the other reads. No, I'm not going to put that on. Don't put that kid in that situation. That's that stuff that you do to veterans that can figure that out. That's the Ryan Fitzpatrick type stuff. Who can keep his eyes up while he's avoiding the pressure. Because that's something Tua does not do. When that pressure coming, he's out there turning around through 360s trying to avoid it. Ryan Fitzpatrick keep his eyes up while he breaking through. That's the type of stuff that you got to wait till he's in year 4 and 5 to put that much pressure on him. That's unfair. And people are going to still say I'm hating right now, but that's actually ownership on the offensive coordinator, putting him in a situation that's better for him. And every time we put him in that situation in the pistol, now think about it. Every time we're in a pistol offense or a fake handoff, we see a level of success. Am I wrong? That's all you need to do. That's our identity. Stop trying to get all formal and, traditional. Run your identity. Now, I was supposed to do a 15-minute monologue, but I went on for an hour. But that's my breakdown to this game, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say about it. I'm dropping the link right now. Let me know, Dolphin fans. I'm dropping the link right now. Give me your take on the game. Give me your take on the game. I'm dropping the link right now. Give me your take on this game. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all. Hit that like button, by the way, because we had over 850 people in here at one point, but we only got 360 likes. Let's get it started.
Oh,
Dick.
my God.
I love you, my brother. What's going on,
hey,
man?
Brother. been a great game, but dude, I was like sweating that game. I was like, this is not the way I thought it was going to happen at all. Just saying. Wow.
So what's your thoughts, man?
I think we need a lot more ceiling. We saw the bottom. We won with the bottom. We saw Tua at 70.
I hope that's the bottom. I hope it's the bottom.
We saw the bottom. We saw the bottom, my friend.
It better be.
Now we got to look forward to it. That's the top is coming, my friend. Let's go.
Love it.
Oh yeah. I'm excited.
Listen, man. What do you? I don't want to get on Buffalo this quick, but what do you think about the team? What we saw? And
Buffalo had nothing against the Steelers. Buffalo is a shadow of what they showed last year. So if the teams have time to adjust, as we do in the NFL, seeing this for 50 years, everybody picks up what's going on with the other teams as you're playing them. So yeah, we got Buffalo. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. We got Donald and Irene Young in the building, and T-Rich.
Hey,
what's up?
What's up, guys? Oh, this is joining me. Oh, the ICU nurse.
We love you.
Dude.
Hey,
good one, buddy.
T-Rich, the Tua in the building. Talk to us, T-Rich.
Oh, T-Rich.
I feel like I'm the president of the Tua club.
Hey, talk to us, man. What you think about your boy today?
Oh, he was 60, 70%. Really? Come on.
Hey, I don't think he had a bad game. It wasn't bad at all.
No,
I don't think he had a bad game. And this is what I'm gonna say, TD. I think Dolphins fans, they have to realize this is the NFL. Defenses get paid too. And how many quarterbacks had bad first half today? I mean, Dolphins fans, they would have turned down Patrick Mahomes as being their quarterback. They probably would have turned down Justin Herbert as being their quarterback. It's the NFL. Defenses are good. So, I mean, as far as I got to say, I think Tua can be better. I think he will be better the more he gets accustomed to the offense and the more the season progresses. But, I mean, it's still a little bit conservative to me. Like, for instance, right before the half, that's some of the worst coaching I've ever seen. It was 2 minutes left on the clock, and Flores or whoever let the clock run down to 1 minute. It's like they're not even playing to win the game. They were playing to get a field goal and tie it up before the half. Like,
so T-Rich, you're an Alabama guy, right?
Yeah, Alabama guy.
so what you think about Mac Jones today?
I think Mac Jones played good, but he had a running game, and people have to realize how much that helps a quarterback. I mean, when you're running the ball that way, you automatically eliminate the pass rush.
I agree.
So it's hard to pressure Matt Jones because we can't stop the run. We've seen people streak open in the middle of the field. That's because of the run. The run benefited the pass. So I love what Matt Jones did for his first game, but Mac isn't Tua. Tua is special.
No. You go back and look at Tua's history in college where he threw 300-400 yards and he threw like no interceptions every game. He had like one or two, in the whole season. So it's like, this Tua's coming out. He will eventually come out and it will show. Just like,
as long as that's the bottom, that's fine with me.
we had the bottom today, I guarantee it.
Hey, T-Rich and Jolie, if you are on your cell phone, if you turn it to landscape, it'll give a better view for the viewers. Just FYI, okay?
There you go.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right. We got an echo. Hold on. Hello. Yeah, hey, Donald, just so you know, I kicked you out because there's an echo on your end, man. Man, Greg is going crazy, man.
You go, Greg. Can I say something real quick to you guys? So I wanted to get off my chest. When we first drafted Tua, man, he's very small. Doing one of Herbert because I didn't believe in Tua. And last year, he had some struggle and pains, and today I see the potential in Tua Tagovailoa. He's still got to work on some stuff, but he looks fantastic, man. He can clean up the mistakes. I think he can be a top 10 quarterback in this league, man.
All right. I like that, man. Appreciate you coming through, homie.
Hey, can I post this question?
This is my thing. Can I say one thing, though?
Yeah, absolutely, Jolie. I'm going to come to you next, T-Rich. We got an echo.
Yeah, no.
Jolie, that's yours. Hello.
Me?
Yeah. Hold on.
Is it me?
Hello. No, that ain't Jolie. Hold on. T-Rich, that's you. There's an echo. Yeah. You can go out and come back in. Yeah, go ahead, Jolie.
Yep.
Hey, so yeah, the only thing that I would say, one of the major things that I didn't like about Tua today was the interception. And the reason being is, if you look at it, it was pretty much identical to the same play that actually broke his hip in Alabama. Him trying to extend the play.
And he did get blasted on that play. He
Way
got
too
hit
much.
hard.
He did. If you look at him, he got hit on the side, but he got hit on the same side of the same hip that he got injured. So to me, he put his body at risk for no reason. He should have thrown it out. And I think that's one of the major things he needs to do better. He needs to learn how to throw away the ball. I know it comes with time, but he's already in year 2. He needs to throw that because he has to protect himself. And to me, that would be the main one that I would say I didn't like about him.
Yeah.
And Nick
I
Saban
guarantee you,
said,
he has learned. He has learned from that throw after watching film. He will not do that again. We know that about Tua. He will learn not to do that again. Just saying.
Nick Saban said it. He said the problem with Tua, the only thing I'll tell you is he's always looking for the big play. And that can cause him to hold on to the ball. So I like the fact that you look for the big play, but hey man, if we're gonna rely on you, your availability is gonna be your best ability.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do y'all like the Jacoby Brissett coming in?
You know, we still got some background noise from somebody, but I would say this about that. That scared me. I was looking at when Brissett came in. I was like, "What is going on?" I was like, right here on the screen, going, "What? What's going on? What is this substitution? What is happening?"
Yeah, I freaked out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie because I was like, "There's no way we're going through this again. No way."
It wasn't a bench.
Right.
Well, first off, it wasn't the type of like sit you down. It was a situational thing. We're 3rd and 1. Jacoby is a bigger guy.
Afterwards because it makes sense.
Yeah, and they did it twice.
And I was thinking, what were they thinking? And it makes sense because Tua is, he still got injured before, so you want to protect your quarterback.
I agree.
And on top of that too, they took a page out of the Saints, and they're kind of using him, or it seems like they're going to be using him like the Saints used Taysom Hill. So if that's the case, I'm okay with it as long as he's not throwing any balls. But to protect Tua, I was okay once I realized, okay, he's only there to do the sneak and take the punches, if you will.
Same here.
What do you think about the Wildcat situation? I mean, it was effective, actually.
It did well.
I mean, it hasn't been done in a while.
Yes,
and we did it. So
what? Since 08? I mean, they were saying like the announcers on the TV were saying like it just happened recently, but it's like almost like 12 years ago. It wasn't like recently. So I was like, what are they talking about? It's like this has not happened yesterday. It was like many years ago. So I didn't know what they were talking about. But yeah, we get it.
Okay. So
I don't mind the Wildcat, but I don't like the fact that Brissett is coming in to do QB sneaks because you kind of show your hand. Now, Buffalo Bills, they know to expect the quarterback sneak, so you got to kind of show something new next week.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's my only.
I get what you're saying, but think about it. Look at how the Saints effectively used Taysom Hill to protect Drew Brees. Yes, he did. They did it this game twice. Obviously, you're tipping your hand in this case, but it will open up a lot of other stuff too. Because just like Taysom Hill, if we were to use Brissett in that sense, where we're gonna QB sneak, but now we're not. We're taking it back. We're doing a drop off or a handoff, and we get the first. It opens up a different part of the playbook, which I would be okay with as long as it's not. He's throwing down 50 yards, 30 yards down the field or things like that. As long as it's just little stuff to kind of confuse the defense, then I think it's okay.
I don't mind it because I have to be honest with you. I can honestly say I don't know if Tua picks up those firsts on a quarterback sneak They actually
it's too small.
needed Jacoby's big body to do that. Think about it.
Yeah.
It was really the fall forward that helped him on both of them. And then he was also driving. That was a necessary evil that you just got to live with. And the coaches know best. I mean, they're not going to rely on Tua to make that type of play.
But TD, you saw that. You saw that. You remember last year we saw Tua getting replaced by another quarterback. First thing in my mind was like, what are they doing? Really? This is replacing Tua.
But at least it wasn't the same circumstance.
It wasn't. But I mean, all of us like
play.
That was like trepidation, and all of us going, "Oh, what is going on?" And then all of a sudden we realized what was going on, and we were like, "Okay, we're good."
I actually don't like the Wildcat situation for Tua more than the quarterback situation for Tua, because it's like you feel like your offense is struggling and you need to change up something to get something done. So that's more of a
what's going on.
Yeah, than Jacoby. Yeah. I don't see Jacoby's little third down run as an issue for Tua. That's nothing to do with Tua. That's situational. Now, the Wildcat needing to even use that is more of an implication if you want to talk about Tua.
But you can take that and you can use that against a team that's not ready for it or that they're playing for it. They don't know when it's going to happen. Again, that's just a wrinkle. It's just something that throw out there.
If our offense isn't punting like we were in those spurts, if we weren't stalling like we were, we would never have seen the Wildcat.
Yeah, but to me,
TD, one of those, we need to start getting a little spark going. That's what that was.
But that was because I feel like Tua was throwing the ball down the field for us to get in the red zone before we started using the Wildcat. I feel like we started using the Wildcat because our running game was so bad.
No.
The
running game wasn't bad. Until
the running game was bad.
No, the running game wasn't bad until they start running other people other than Gaskins. The running game was actually very productive with Gaskins. He averaged 5.4 carry. That's a shame that Gaskins only had 9 carries for 49 yards. He only got 9 carries and he was actually getting positive. I mean, the man averaged 5.4. You got to feed him as much as you can. You don't put, Malcolm Brown and when Gaskins ain't tired on 9 carries.
No, he was good. He was fresh.
And another thing, you said that I feel like we were throwing the ball down the field. He was doing something. You got to think of like a coach. Flores is seeing them throws. Yeah, that's a 36-yard gash to Waddle, but Waddle had to turn around and wait on it.
All right, and this is what I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up.
Let me finish. Yeah, that was a 30-yard gash to Parker, but Parker didn't just have to turn around and catch it. He had to turn around, wait, and then high point it.
Right.
So all I'm saying is when the coach is seeing this, he can't rely on the luck plays and the bailouts all the time. He needs something moving. Let's change the pace. Give me some Wildcat. That opens it up. Now the Patriots' defense, the run game is all balanced. And what happened after that?
I'll say this, though. This is a lot different than Chan Gailey's offense last year. Just saying. It's a lot different. So I'm okay with it.
Let me respond to TD with that, and then I'm going to get out of here. I want to hear y'all talk about this game. But, all right.
By the way, T-Rich is the number 1, 2, and near alive. Y'all know.
I'll own that. The underthrow by the quarterback is, I think quarterbacks consider that a higher percentage play versus trying to pinpoint the ball down the field and hit the guy in stride.
Being accurate. It's a higher percentage than being accurate, right?
Cool, give you that. I think Brady would consider that a higher percentage throw than being accurate.
No,
sometimes he'll take that. And the underthrow play is a high percentage play in the NFL, TD. Back shoulder throw and underthrow plays. Even that play where he threw the interception to Grant, throwing it to Grant in that KC game, and Grant dropped it, another guy picked it. That's a high percentage play that receivers in the NFL made.
The problem with your statement is you're giving him the benefit of the doubt as if he tried to underthrow it. That's the point.
Right.
I think he tried to.
And that's where you're wrong. That's where you're being a two-and-near. He did not try to underthrow that ball. The man
I think he did.
Back and tried to stop.
I think he did. And when you watch the 22, when you watch all 22 on Tuesday, I want you to look how far Jalen Waddle had his man beat at the time Tua decided to throw that pass? Like, was Jalen Waddle just streaking down the field, or did Tua throw it way before then?
Let me tell y'all something. This is what T. Rich is saying. A quarterback looks at a wide receiver beating his man. I don't care if it was 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, but it's single coverage, no safety help, and he's beating his man. The quarterback sees his receiver winning, and if he puts that ball out in front of him the right way, it is a touchdown potentially. But yet, instead, the quarterback decides to float it high and let it be a 50-50. Stop it!
I think that's not a 50-50 play. That's not a 50-50 play.
Oh my God.
That is a high percentage play in the NFL. When
It's a high percentage because the receiver is able to bail the quarterback out by coming backwards.
No, TD is a high percentage play because the defensive back doesn't know where the ball is. So the receiver has his man beat. The defensive back is not going to look back to try to find the ball. Only the receiver and the quarterback knows where the ball is.
Y'all
and that's
see
why
what
it's a high percentage play.
Y'all see what we've come
it's
to?
not defendable. You cannot defend that play.
Y'all see what we've come to? We've come to the point to where we will not put the ownership on the quarterback to throw a nice pass in stride. Instead, just take the 50-50. And then that's if he tried to do it. We're automatically trying to give the man listen to it. Ball game said no quarterback is gonna choose the underthrow over a drop in the bucket pass. My point exactly. This is how far Tua near will go.
All right,
this is how far Tua near will go.
I'm gonna wait till ball game break down all 22, but to me, I think quarterbacks do choose the underthrown ball. I mean, because honestly, I don't know where the safety was. I can't remember where the safety was. I don't know if that was a zero coverage play.
Quarterbacks don't chose the underthrown ball. That they only chose the back shoulder ones like that, bro. On the sideline, not in the open field. No quarterback chooses an underthrown ball in the middle of the field. Only on the sideline and a back shoulder.
Wow.
That's it. The only time they on a sideline where the defender is, you got him beat, but you want to try to have him turn around. That's the only time. I ain't even gonna.
I see it every game. I see it every game, and I see it.
Yeah, you see a quarterback do it every game because they made a throw that wasn't on point, and the wide receiver made a heck of a play. Yeah, I agree. You see that every game.
If a receiver has a defensive back beat, that's more than 50-50. Like maybe 75-25, but that's a hard play to defend. I mean, at the very least, what happens is you get a defensive pass interference because the defensive back just runs into the offensive receiver.
You saying he did the same thing with Parker?
Dude, you are too near all day long.
You saying he did the same thing with Parker?
Yes, I think
he did the same thing with Parker, but Parker jumped high against J.C. Jackson. That could have been picked.
He threw it late.
Yep.
He threw it late.
Again. I'm not as good as everyone else or all these other Dolphins fans that good at breaking down broadcast footage. Like I only seen the play one time, and that was live.
Well, we know.
But he threw it high. That's a matchup type of play. He knew Parker is his go get it type of receiver. He threw it high. No.
See, that's the point. That's the point. Let me tell you something. No, T-Rich, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because you actually have a point there. Let's get something straight. This is what I would say on that play. He tried to throw that ball in front of him, but it was underthrown because something is up with Tua's arm string because he ain't. No, bro. Hear me out on these long balls right now. Bro, just hear me out. No, bro. We got people throwing the ball 60 yards. We got people throwing the ball 60 yards.
Tua can't throw it 30 yards?
So, I don't know what's going on. Now, remember, it's a 30-yard gainer, but he threw it about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it was like a 40, okay? I don't know what's going on, but let me say this, T-Rich. You're right when you say he knows Parker or whatever, whoever is his go-to guy. I actually agree with that. The thing is, he tries to make the right pass, the perfect pass, but even if it's not perfect, he knows that he still has a chance with Parker. But don't give me he intentionally tried to throw it up like that. Don't give me that. Give me that he didn't mind taking that risk for the simple fact he knew who was on the other side. That's fine. But don't
All
tell me
right.
this man is trying to underthrow a ball so that his receiver can have to turn around and try to high point it. So in other words, we're about to have a quarterback who never wants to throw a perfect ball in stride like what you saw in Alabama. Like what
I think
you
he
saw
will.
in Alabama.
This is good throws.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna say one more thing, and then I'm gonna leave. If Fitz would have threw that ball to Devontae Parker and he would have called it, you would have been like, "Good job, Parker. Good job, Parker." You would have been like, "That's Fitz. Great throw, Fitz. That's what Fitz does." But Tua does it, and we
would have said the ball was underthrown, and I'll take it.
We're not
It's
saying that about
simple,
Fitz.
bro.
No one's saying Fitz underthrew the
y'all-
ball.
boy,
Underthrew a jump ball.
Y'all live to make sure that anything he does he has an excuse. Y'all live for that.
Can I at least say this much?
No, did he do anything bad today to you, T-Rich?
Did he? Yeah, I think he held on to the ball, but I need to see the all 22. I don't know what he was looking at as far as the coverage.
We appreciate you, man, but I'm actually really appreciative of you coming through, bro. I want to hear from you every week. I really do. What's up, dog?
I have fun,
y'all. What is up, Fin fans?
Wow.
Fins up. Look.
Fins up, baby. It's a one win. Number one.
There you go.
Undefeated, baby. Undefeated.
How you do? That's what I'm talking about. We are 1-0 and on top of the AFC.
Amen,
Beast.
brother.
That's the thing. And that's what we got to take away. Can you just imagine? We still haven't played a perfect game or our best game yet. Yet still we came away with a win coming out the razor.
Right,
and we got it. I don't care if it was by 1 point,
Preach it.
10 points, 50 points. A win is a win. And I'm looking forward to Wednesday night to watch Master at Play get on his hands and knees and bow down and say, guess what? Tua Tagovailoa is a better quarterback than Wack Jones. That's what I want to see.
Hey, let me tell y'all something about that. I'm so happy you said that, Donald. I got to tell y'all the story. So first of all, 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to have Wednesday night AFC Roundtable on Dan Mitchell's channel, and last week it was supposed to be on mine. Dan Mitchell actually had some issue where he wanted to reschedule or just continue it and keep the rotation going. I said, it's okay. We can skip the roundtable because you know why? What I want is it to be on my channel after all y'all team lose and we win, and I want to be able to glow at us starting the season on top on my channel. And sure enough, it worked out that way.
Nobody believes in us.
The cherry on top is Master at work thinking he was doing something, betting me to get on my hands and knees if the Patriots won, and he the one got to get on his hands and knees and praise Tua, baby. I can't wait.
Oh, yes. But see, to me, this is the one thing that I want to hear from Fin fans, and I want to see from Fin fans. We have to be critical enough to look at our team to see our strengths as well as our weaknesses. And it's nothing wrong with pointing those things out. But what we cannot be is to think that we are beyond reproach, or we have a player or two that's beyond criticism, when in fact they can be criticized. We have a team that's potentially on the verge of doing something great. And that's with, I don't know about y'all, but I was impressed considering we had one offensive lineman that was missing due to COVID, shuffled it around, got a rookie to start on the left side, and we did pretty good, I think, for the most part. Now, the running game, the one thing I'm with you on, TD, I cannot stand when they get it under center, trying to put the quarterback under center, trying to run the ball. They seem to have more success when it's out the pistol. And I cannot stand Josh Boyer with this this defense. I cannot. We got $50 million in Jerome Baker X as well as Byron Jones. We are paying them top money to play man-to-man defense, and you are playing a zone. Get a grip. We got $50 million in that defense right there in 3 players. Let them earn their paycheck. Stop doing that mess. We are going to get people out of position, and we're going to continue to not make this defense as good as it can be. That defense was on the field way too long,
man.
Yeah.
We got to stop that. And I'm going to tell you, it did my heart good to see Solomon Kinley when Malcolm Brown came in there and Ahmed came in there, and they were averaging 4 and 5 yards a pop when they were running that ball. They were excited. Why? Because they want an identity. They don't have one right now. And it was good for them to do a good physical run game. Just get in the trenches and let's go. That's what I want to see, because that will do Tua more good from now till the end of, until we finish 20-0, like you said, TD. That will go more to 20-0 doing it that way than we will trying to be a passing team that we're not. We got to get that O-line to work in the way as it will say, we're going to line up and we're going this way. And we don't think you got the horses to stop it. And we will see that test this upcoming Sunday against them bearded bovine and that big old Josh Allen to find out if we can stop the run. Because guess
So
what?
we talk about man-to-man or zone.
That's exactly right. Let's bring it, baby. We need to be 2-0 starting this season.
Let me be clear about something with the man-to-man versus zone. I do recognize, I know I'm an advocate. If it was my way, I would like man-to-man all the day. But I do recognize that you do have to have a combination. But I just think that this team is built to the point to where we need to run more man than we do. I'll put it like that, all right?
Yes, sir.
But real quick, Tua's ceiling higher than Mac. Mac is at his peak. Maybe. But let me say this real quick. I want to let the homie Selvey Michael come through because the homie was actually at the game in New England. I want to get what he got to say real quick. Talk to us, man.
Hey, what's up, Tiddy?
What's up, man? How was it?
Hey,
come on, bud.
Hey, man. I just want to as your friend. You know, I got an accent, so just bear with me here.
You good, bro? You good?
So here's the thing, bro. I was at the game, so I live in New England for almost I moved from Fort Lauderdale to New England, so I've been living for 5 years. Every year I go, I got my ass whooped, so it's all good. So this year, I'm a fan of the game. I'm learning the game too, So this year I was like, you know what? I want to see the game a different way. So I spent the extra money, so I sit behind the team. So be behind what happened. So I got the first row right here behind the team. So I'll spend the money.
Dolphins.
Yes. Yep. So I'm listening to everything you guys say. I've been as I was watching the game, I was listening to Diddy. I was like, it was so weird because you were so behind because I was watching everything live. So I was like, shit, I gotta turn you off. Because everything happened and then you said that after. So I was like, fuck. So I turn you off for a little bit.
Just
so
FYI, real quick, bro. We try not to curse, all right? We got
sorry. My bad. No, my bad. So here's the thing, though. So first thing, you were talking about Suzuki was not getting any play today. Guess what happened? So in the first quarter, so Suzuki there was a play where Tua told to wide in the middle, but Suzuki bit his man. He was wide open. And he got so mad. He got so mad, and he started going crazy. Then him and coach and Flores, they went at it. And
after that, and Flores went at it.
They went at it, and after that, he got nothing. He got no play. He got no play. What happened? That's what happened. He got
hold on. Let me back this up. So there was a play where Tua went to Waddle, but Gesicki was wide open.
He bit his man to the corner. He was wide open. And he got so mad. He got so mad.
He started talking on the sideline.
Yep. And then him and Flores went to him, and Flores got in his face. They went at it. They went at it. I'm like, bro. And next thing you know, man got no call for him. He barely played. I don't know if you see that. I'm like, he was so mad. He barely played. He barely played today. That's what happened today. That's why I'm listening to everything you guys are saying. That's what happened today. That's the reason why the man got no play call
We
for
know,
him.
we know Gesicki's on the bubble, though. That's the thing. We know
I
that.
gotta see the all 22 now.
Yeah.
So now,
but
yeah,
I can understand the frustration sometimes. But Flores was
but
probably
here's the
mad
thing,
that he
though.
showed
Here's
the
the play.
frustration
That was
out
the
in front of
play.
everybody.
But that was the play that rattled back. It bit everybody in the middle of the line. It go for like 15 yards or something like that. That was the play. But that,
And where was Gesicki?
Gesicki was like, it bit the man, and it got so mad. He take his thing, man. He was so mad, and like first I was like, why? Like I feel like first was like, yo, we just had a good play. Why are you mad? You know?
Wow.
Then they went at it, bro.
This all 22 now.
Dude, they went at it.
But again, this is my point, y'all. This is my point.
Yeah.
It was a good play by Waddle, regardless, because Tua had his eyes on him from the beginning of the play.
It did. It did. That's why
where he was gonna go.
Exactly, because he was looking at Gesicki. Gesicki was like, "Oh, I got them in bit. You didn't throw the ball to me," so he got mad. So, and one thing I keep hearing a lot of fans was talking about like towards on the door the ball. That is not true. That is so not true. You see that ball he threw to Parker? I was so mad. I was wasn't here. I'm like, where's the flag? So you know, in the TV they show you what happened when the ball arrived, but they never showed you how the man hold on to Parker. Parker have to turn around to twist his body to turn to the ball because the man push him. He pushed him. He pushed Parker. I'm like, where's the flag? Where is the flag? Where is the flag?
In all 22 study, man. Because I'm about to have all 22.
I'm like, where is the flag? And I see a lot of people are talking about. You see the touchdown. Like I'll put my hands up. I don't know if you see where Albert Wilson he bit his man like in the corner. He threw the ball and threw the ball, and the guy packed the ball. I was a touchdown right there. But one thing I want the fans, you guys to understand though. We're not playing against robot. The man got to make a play too. But you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want people to understand. Like Tua, the only thing I was mad at Tua is the ball he threw to Gaskin, like a long ball he threw to Gaskin. I'm like, come on, Gaskin is a wonder back. The man was eating today. The man was playing like it was eating today, bro.
What was wrong with the long ball to Gaskins?
So here's what happened. The dude was like cover Gaskin. It was like way taller than Gaskin. And Gaskin he won a good route, but he couldn't get back to the ball. He couldn't get back to the ball because Tua thought he was gonna run back, come back to the ball, but that never happened. That never happened. He never won. Like if it was like anybody like Rado or like Parker, that was a first down right there. Because Gaskin never looked back to turn back to the ball. He just expect the ball to come to his hands. He never won back. So that's what I
didn't come help his quarterback out.
It never did. It never did. Like the ball, like the one thing like I see everybody focus on. I
think you talk about the wheel route. I think you talk about the wheel route, and I think that was Ahmed.
Yes.
Ahmed was on that play, I think.
Yes. It was Ahmed. It was Ahmed actually. It was Ahmed. Sorry, it was Ahmed. Yeah. So the ball to Rado, Rado made a good play. So Rado actually turned because once you watch the film, you understand the ball was not on the toe, bro. The ball was never on the toe. The ball was just placed for Rado to actually make the play.
You mean the deep ball?
The deep ball to Rado.
We're gonna do the all 22 on that. Either tomorrow.
I can't wait for you to do that. I mean, I was at the game.
All I would say is he beat his guy, and when you're beating your guy, you shouldn't have to turn around.
No, you don't.
There was no safety over the top.
But you know what I'm telling you, bro. Like I say, I'm still on the game. I'm learning the game as I go. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
You good, bro.
If Rado actually was not a good receiver, like to turn around to twist his body to like, because the man.
Oh no, he made a heck of a play.
He was all over him. It was all over the dude. It was all over him. Like when they start running together, the ball is actually, I don't know. Once you watch the film, you see he actually pulled Rado's jersey because Rado was beating him so fast. He was so bad. He was so fast. He beat him. He beat him to the play. You know, but but let me tell you, I'm a big Bama fan. I was one of the fans like say thank for Tua, right? But like Tua today, I feel like it could be better. But everything like all your fans are bashing Tua for, it was never that. It was never that. None of that. It was never none of that. Tua played a good game. Like
All
the
right.
interception, like it didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen, but it happened. But I'm not gonna blame the man for all that.
All right, bro. We want to
I
make
think
sure
we're in a good
we
space
want to make sure we get some more people in, bro.
for sure. Thank you
But
for getting me, bro.
I appreciate you giving us an inside look at what happened, especially the Jaceki stuff, man. That's interesting. I
Yeah,
can't
Yeah.
wait
that
to
was
see that
cool.
on the All
Yeah.
22, man. Hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
Yeah, it really
that's what
was.
happened to him.
Fins up, baby.
Yeah,
Hey,
what's
hey,
good?
before I come to you,
Hey, big
Mariano and
win.
before I come to Mariano and CB83, I know you've been waiting in the wings. Daryl Wallace, what's going on, man? What's your thoughts?
What's up, TD, man? Shout out to everybody on the panel, man. Everybody's been making a good point. And particularly, shout out to Donald, man. It's been a while since I've been able to
Amen,
be on the
brother.
stream with you, man. And it's good to hear your voice. But nevertheless, as
Back
far
at you,
as my thoughts on the game, I'm kind of in the middle. I feel as if I'm happy that the Dolphins were able to get the win, but I was just on another stream and I just pointed out that they got a lot of breaks. And the one thing that I hope as the season continues is that the Dolphins don't continue to rely on those breaks to happen, because depending on who the matchup is, you might not always, get what you were able to get today. But nevertheless, it is the first game, and I don't want to come down too hard on the team. And I hope that they can continue to make the strides that they need to make. With that being said, the one thing that I was proud of is they did battle a lot of adversity in just this game. It is the Patriots. The Patriots tend to get away with a lot of stuff in their
At
in their
home.
house.
At home. Yeah.
They did not blow the whistle, and
Facts.
the Patriots did a lot of the pass interferences and the face mask
Sure.
graphs that they did, and that really just made me throw my phone at the TV screen a couple of times out of frustration. I'm trying to get better at that, but nevertheless, like I said, man, I'm just in the middle. On one hand, I'm happy. On one hand, I'm a little concerned. I think there are certain parts of the team that, in terms of run game, online, the little respect that I think teams had for those two factors, I think they managed to dwindle after this game a little bit. So there are some concerns, but at the end of the day, we live to fight another day. That's all you can ask for as a fan. So
Amen, brother.
I don't really have that much time left, man. But as I said, shout out to everybody and happy Sunday. God bless y'all, man. Y'all be safe.
Bro, appreciate you
Yeah.
coming through, man.
Take care, DW.
See, that was that was a good, fair analysis of the game, man. That was a good, fair one. Now, Mariano, what you got on it, man?
First of all, I want to say what up to everybody. Fins up. This ain't
Fins up, baby.
coffee. All right.
You a coffee drinker, man?
Victory sip. So with that being said, let's celebrate the win, man. I know everybody wants to this and that and yahoos and whatnot and what have you. We beat the Patriots, man. We number one in the division. Let's celebrate that. Just a tad bit. It's a lot of extra.
I agree.
There's a lot of extraness going on. Like, come on, man. Like, what do we really want to do here? Come on.
Hey, I feel it. I feel
There's
it.
only one team right now that's celebrating. It's not Buffalo. It's not New England.
I got you.
It's not the Jets. It's Miami.
All right.
Undefeated.
She's Chucks and Shoot Man. Them three guys right there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Fins up.
What did he
Fins
say?
up.
Other than that, okay. As far as the game's concerned, as TD asked me, I know a lot of people are not gonna like this, and because I'm a former cornerback myself, so I was happy to know that Noah did not play today, because if he did, he would have been a liability, and we probably would have lost this damn game. Sorry, I noticed I hurt some people's feelings. That's a 1-point victory right there today. Noah would have played, he would have gave up a big play at some point in time that would have cost us this game. So I'm glad he didn't play the game today, and I hope he does well. Respect to the guy, and I hope he gets better. However, because he didn't play today, I think, yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Well,
so again, we won.
Man,
Let's celebrate the win. Tua had not as a better game statistically than Wack Jones, as we like to call him. But we got the W. That's all that counts. So fins up, wins up. Let's celebrate. Again, this ain't coffee. I'm trying to get in it.
all right, man. What's up, CB? What's up, CB83? Talk to us, man.
Yo, hey, great team win. I thought honestly, I thought there were moments in the game that we faced some adversity, and I didn't know if we would be able to make it out of it. But they stepped up, they made plays when they needed to. We got some terrible calls. Like the roughing the passer call was the probably worst call I've seen in a long time.
It was awful.
Yeah. It was just it really hurt my heart.
It really was.
That's what the defense does. That's what the league does. They started that ever since Brady got hurt and out that season.
Right. It's the Brady rule, but it's like the dude hit him above the knee and below the hip. Like if you hit him in between that spot right there, you should If you hit him in the thigh, if you hit him in the thigh, you should be good. It should be a good play. And I thought he hit him in the thigh. He made a good play. So not only was it a bad play for us, it was like a double bad play.
God, but same thing as a kicker. If you run into the kicker or somebody pushes you into him, it doesn't count.
Right. And it was just, I thought it was a bad call. But I think, all in all,
it was.
I think the offense,
the encroachment call.
The offense stepped up when they needed to. The defense made plays when they needed to, and we ended up getting a W. And that's what I like to see in a team. I think that's growth and just being able to come out and make plays when you need to make plays. And that's what it's about. I think getting a blowout win, it doesn't teach you a lot. But when you get tight wins like this, you learn how to play tight within the game.
Good game.
Understand you can't make plays. And we had a rookie at tackle. Like Liam Eichenberg, he made some mistakes through the game. He had like 2 penalties. But it showed growth, and it showed that he could become the player we need him to. And I think that's really what makes a difference. And I think we played a solid game. I think you're not going to always have great wins. You're not going to always have great losses. But I think this was a good win where we needed to make plays. We made plays. We faced adversity. We were down at one point. It helps us. It helps us in the end, I think.
Let me say this is that CBA through you're right, because we can learn. We don't like the win because we know we had a lot of work to do. So this is a game that we can go on and say, you know what, we got to get better. That's what I'm saying.
Right. You can
Plus,
watch.
you can expect the first game.
You can watch the film. Yeah, you can go in and watch the film and say, "Hey, you made mistakes there. If you're better there, we're not in this position again. So let's make the mistakes. Let's correct them. Let's get fixed, and let's go on to the next week.
We kill the Patriots next time. Just saying. Last game of the season.
Plus, you have to think about it too. It's a first game. So that means most of the players, they're not playing full strength. They're not in that speed. Right now they've been just, practicing here and there, some preseason, but to go back and go full force, full throttle in the very first game, I'm actually very happy we came out with no major injuries, because if you look throughout the league, there are some players that, besides
Raekwon scared me there for a second, bro.
Yeah,
but he came back in the game.
He did. But overall, being that it was a first game and they're coming back full throttle, I'm very happy that we didn't get any major injuries or one of those, the hamstrings or the ankle or I pulled this, because it's tough.
So how many offensive receivers did you guys think we'd have? I mean, we had Parker. I saw Parker catch a lot of balls, considering that there was nobody really else.
Parker.
I mean, we did not spread the ball around like we thought we would.
No, we had Parker.
No, it was Parker and Waddle. Parker and Waddle.
I mean, really? Who else?
Yeah, I didn't see
There's all these people there.
Yeah.
Albert Wilson
Hollis
was only targeted twice.
Didn't Hollis drop one?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we did not throw the ball like I thought we
Hollins.
would. When you
Mac
go
Hollins
to a game
didn't.
like that,
Mac Hollins wasn't targeted once.
Okay,
Mac Hollins wasn't. He didn't. Not once. Now Albert Wilson, that was the disappointment for me.
Right.
He was targeted twice. Now, don't get me wrong. That one in the end zone, I'm telling y'all, had the ball been thrown 1 second early, that's a touchdown.
Oh, 100%.
The one in the end zone where the defender caught up and tipped the ball, he beat his man. And I saw the one-on-one. I called it before the play even started. I said, Albert Wilson at the top of the screen, man-to-man, and the safety wasn't veered to that side. And sure enough, Albert Wilson hit him with a double move. He already knew he was going to Wilson. Tua hiked the ball, looked left.
But he hesitated. He's hesitating.
Yeah.
He's hesitating. That's the problem.
Honestly,
he's not trusting himself.
As a quarterback, you're taught to throw that ball to a spot. Like you're not throwing it to a player, you're throwing it to a spot.
Yeah,
So
but you got to
Albert
throw it to that
Wilson,
spot 1
he was
second
in-
early.
I know you may have to be a little bit early, but it was a perfect thrown ball. It's just the defender made a play on it at the last second.
It's a
No,
perfect
because if you
thrown
look at it,
ball,
no.
but it was a perfect thrown ball, but a second late.
Thrown ball, yeah.
But a
I
second
would
late.
like to
It was
see
a second
Wilson-
Because Albert Wilson was
I
just
would like to see
waiting.
Albert Wilson high point the ball though. Like
No, you
stop,
can't high
get your
point.
There was-
feet,
No,
go
the
get
ball wasn't high.
He
The
did
ball
high
wasn't.
point it.
The ball wasn't a high throw.
It was
the
up.
ball would have hit him right in his
was up.
in his chest.
The basket.
It was coming
Yeah,
down
It
right
would've
in
hit
the
him his
basket.
chest. But you can stop, get your feet set, jump up, go get the ball. Like that. That's something he can do in that instance. He just chose to run through it instead of doing that.
Perfect thrown ball.
No,
a second
no.
late.
I agree with TD because
So
if you look at
therefore,
it, he's
it ain't a
looking
perfect
back.
thrown ball. I mean, all of that matters, bro. I know we want to make see, now we're talking about, Albert Wilson should have turned earlier and maybe went up the high
I mean,
point.
Devontae Parker isn't waiting for that ball to come down. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
Some
our
players
quarterback
will
is
wait
the
for the
best
ball to come
quarterback
down.
in college that
Some
can
guys
throw
will high
400
point
yards.
that
Bro, we gotta. All right. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop.
All right.
That's not. I'm not
We gotta
stopping nothing.
stop.
See, I'm just telling
We
you.
got-
Like
we gotta
some
stop.
guys will high point the
Listen,
ball. Some
we
guys
gotta
won't.
stop. We gotta
That's-
stop.
That's simple.
I give I want to give the defender credit on that because at the same token,
Yes.
if
Yes.
this was
That was a
college,
play by the
if this
defense.
was college, it would have been
Yeah.
a touchdown.
Yes.
Not too
In
much
the
credit.
NFL,
Oh, 100%.
that's great defense, but at the same
Yes.
token,
It's a
it
different
could have been
game.
better. But I'm not putting that on Tua because at the end of the day, it wasn't like there was this 5-yard separation. He had a yard and a half.
It wasn't. It was
and-
tight. It was a tight window.
But he had the step though, and with the right timing, he
It was a
catches
tight
it in
window.
front of
It was a
him.
tight window.
Yes.
In the right timing, he catches it in front of him. But at the same token,
All right,
they
but
work on
look,
that play
Albert
in practice. Hold
Wilson
on,
didn't
bro.
run past him.
Hold on, bro. They work on that play in practice, and at the end of the day, good defense. Usually, you got a little
Yes.
bit more leeway in a
Exactly.
regular game.
Let's
okay?
get a defense.
I'm not
a
putting
little
it on
credit.
They made a
Tua,
play.
but
Yes.
but that's not sit here and say Albert Wilson could have did something
Hey.
better. The quarterback
Now,
could have
I'm
did
not
something
saying-
better more than Albert Wilson on that one. Let's take away blame
does
from
Devontae
Tua or
Parker-
Albert Wilson.
But at the same time,
Devontae Parker don't catch that ball either. Okay,
Yeah, but
if
you
the
know
play
what?
is
Devontae
designed
Parker
to
goes
catch
and
it,
gets that ball.
he doesn't go and
I'm
get that
sorry.
because of the
He's a
timing on that
ball.
play.
Yeah, but I think
Wow.
also,
He's a high
TD,
point
that's
ball
an
catcher.
opportunity for
He
Tua to
goes
get
against
some
that one.
growth in that because that shows the difference between an NCAA ball thrown and also a
Exactly.
pro ball
Yep.
thrown
Yep.
against a good
Yep.
pro defense. Let's not look here. As much as I want to
It's
take
learning,
away
yeah.
everything from the
It's learning,
Patsies
yeah.
because I cannot stand them, I gotta give them credit with Belichick. When you go to play them, you know you're going to get the best defense. Keep in mind, Mac Jones has to see that defense in practice every day. That's the reason why he could play the way that he played. But at the same time, I'm also going to say that 1 second of hesitation in the pros is too late.
But we're the same way.
And this
We're
is
the same way.
something-
Just saying.
Yes, and this is something that he has to continuously trust what he knows is there and what he has to do to throw the receiver open and get the ball there. That was just 1 second late, but it was good defensive recovery to knock the ball away. So I got to give it to him on that. But he did see it. He did make the right read. He just was a second too late.
He
And
didn't
we
make
can
no
live with
right
that.
read. He was going to throw it there anyway.
Yeah,
he
but
already
see-
knew he was going there.
But you're
Well,
right,
if he
TD,
would-
but
I'm
at the
very
same time, this
delicate
is
on us
something he
talking
has to
about
learn
read.
from.
I'm
But-
very delicate when
I
we
know,
talk about
TD
reads,
don't like
only
talking
because
reads. Don't talk
people
reads.
need to recognize if you already know where you're
Don't be
going and you
delicate,
throw
TD.
it
You're
there,
not delicate
we're
at all.
not,
Come on.
we're not, we're
Don't be
that's
deli-
not
Don't be
reading.
delicate.
Right.
Don't
But
be
you know
delicate.
what? I'm gonna get off so that way some other folks can come on. Just a shout out to Miss LaShawn Brown. God bless you. And TD, look, you got you
Love
and
you,
Miss
bro.
Hillary with that song. I love it. I love it. My wife was like, "Who
Yeah,
is
good
that
stuff.
singing?"
Good stuff, dude.
Oh, that's Miss Hillary
That's
sitting out
Hillary.
there, got them pipes out
That's
there.
Hillary.
Bro, I knew we were going to win a lot of games this year, and I said, I got to make a song for the haters, bro. And my wife
You got it,
heard the song and she said, "You sound horrible singing." She said, "I'll do the chorus for you." I said, "All right, baby, come on, let's record."
Hey, fins up, Miss Hillary. Sorry that Dallas didn't win, but hey, I'm a Dak Prescott fan. He balled out. I would be happy and remiss if he didn't do what he did. But fins up to the Finn family. I'll check y'all later.
Appreciate you,
dog.
listen, man.
Fins up.
Hey, everybody, let's mute real quick. Just want to check out Brian Flores'
All right, let's
pressure
hear
real
it.
quick. So let's go ahead and mute. Everybody mute your mics.
All right, got it.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Here we go.
Credit to the players, our coaching staff, offensively, defensively, in the kicking game. Tough game. We knew it was going to be a tough game coming up here in this environment against a good team, a well-coached team. And we just battled. And we knew we were going to have to battle. And I think our guys did that. And we were able to come out with a win. So it always feels good. A lot of corrections we have to make, obviously.
Yes.
But it's good to get a win.
Yes, sir.
I mean, look, he's a great player, and we needed a play there, and he was able to knock it off of him, recovered it. Obviously, a huge play in the game, allowed us to get the ball back. But then we turn around, and that's the complementary football that we've talked about. Offense goes in there, gets a first down, gets a good defense. We're able to run it out, and end the game with the ball.
Love it. Fair use. I have to say that so they don't shut it down.
Just trying to play the best five guys, and that was. Liam's done a good job throughout camp.
Oop, I gotta hear that again. I knew it. I knew this was about. They like Liam better. They just asked, "What do you think about starting Liam at left tackle over Austin Jackson, even though he was available?" Flores said,
Trying to play the best
"Gotta
five
play
guys.
the best five."
And,
I told y'all, Liam is that guy,
Liam's
man.
done a good job throughout camp. Played multiple positions, and we just want to start the best five guys.
Liam is the future, y'all. Austin Jackson will have a place here, but Liam Eichenberg is the future. This allows them to have the versatility. Liam Eichenberg can play guard, as he worked in most of camp. He played guard. Just so y'all know, we thought Liam Eichenberg would come in at right tackle, but he played guard mostly all camp. The only time he really played left tackle was 1 week before camp was over, like 2 weeks ago. And Flores said last week, he said, "Listen, Liam Eichenberg, they said, you have how much trust do you have in Liam? You've been using him a lot." He said, "Liam Eichenberg, he's one of the most versatile players on the O-line. He can play three positions on the O-line, and he's been playing well." See, people pointed out when he got blew up one time in a preseason game or something like that, and they ragged on this man. They love to point those things out about offensive linemen. Flores and them love Liam Eichenberg. And I told y'all this coming out of the draft. And Flores just gave this man a massive endorsement. We wanted to play the best five. They felt Liam Eichenberg is better at left tackle than Austin Jackson. I got to give Dolphin fans credit for this. He actually called it. He said if Jackson can't play, it might be a blessing in disguise, and y'all may not know this. Even though he thought the other backup was going to play in Austin Jackson's place because he don't believe in Austin Jackson. But Liam Eichenberg might turn out to be that guy. You notice it wasn't no just blow-ups on that left side. Yeah, he may have had a play or two where he gave something up, but overall, Liam Eichenberg is the guy who I believe had a very solid game, and he might be officially the left tackle going forward until otherwise. So keep that in mind, y'all. That was huge for Flores to actually give him an endorsement. We wanted to play the best five, and Liam has played well.
I mean, it's without watching the film. Without watching the film, it's.
Hold on. I didn't hear what he said. Hold on.
And we just want to start the best five guys.
How would you assess his performance today?
I mean, it's without watching the film.
Dang, I ain't hear him.
And we just want to start the best five guys.
How would you assess his performance today?
I think he was just saying, how do you assess his
Without watching the
performance?
film.
Liam Eichenberg?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, cool. Appreciate
film.
it.
It's hard to say, whether he played well or didn't. Look, there's a lot of corrections to make from the game, I'm sure. But I think Liam fought. Actually, I know that. I haven't watched the film, but I know he fought it. He fought his butt off, and I'm sure there's some corrections to make, really, for him and really everyone on our team. But it's good to make those corrections with a win.
The defense looked some long drives, field goal, and in the end, another drive. How about that? It's trying to be really.
We try to take it one play at a time. That's kind of the mentality our team has. Good play, bad play. We just move on to the next play.
Fair use.
A lot of corrections to make defensively. They were able to kind of make some plays, keep drives going, pick up third downs. We'd have them in some second and longer situations, and a penalty, or there's one instance where we get a sack, but there's a penalty on it. It felt like every time we got a chance to get off the field, they made a play.
Something happened.
We had made a mistake, but that's what happens in a division game. Against good teams, they make plays too. We knew that. We talked about this being a 60-minute ball game. That's exactly what it was. We talked about playing one play at a time, and we were able to do that and find success at the end.
You guys tried to get a lot of pressure up the middle on Mac, and he hung in there a bunch.
I thought he did a nice job. I thought he did a really nice job. Got the ball out. Was able to kind of move their offense, pick up first downs.
Talking about Mac Jones right now.
Down the field. I thought he did a very nice job.
What about Tua? How do you assess his play?
Tua assessment.
Again, like everybody, there's some corrections we got to make, but I thought he threw the ball well. I thought he made some big throws. It was a good run to get us started and a fast start. To start his first series.
First series.
But I thought he made a lot of good plays. A lot of big throws that we needed. That third down to start the second half was a big throw. We needed it. Good throw, good catch by Devontae. So, like everybody, players, coaches, we'll make corrections and try to improve and get better, like we talk about every day.
I can't hear these reporters.
Yeah, look, like everyone on our team, there's corrections to make. There's corrections for me to make as well. But as a team, we're going to stick together. We're going to support one another, and we're not going to point fingers or do anything like that. And Tua's done a lot of good things for us in the preseason, and he did a lot of good things today.
Brian, on Mac Jones playing first defense and whatnot. This is his first pro game. How did you prepare for him, and what the end of it?
It's crazy how that's like the most of an endorsement I've ever heard him give Tua. He made some throws. He did good in preseason, and he did good today.
You said he said some nice things, but what was it like going against him? What did he give you?
Yeah, he played well. He moved the ball. He made the throws he needed to make. He made good decisions. I thought he played well. I thought, we could have done some better things defensively. We'll make those corrections.
Talking about Mac Jones.
He played well.
And running for Hunter Long as well. Coming back up to his territory, and he was in on the first play and on the last play. What is your impression of him been so far as a rookie, and how nice was it?
Hunter Long.
Hunter's tough, smart. He's competitive. He works hard. It's important to him. He's made a lot of improvements over the course of training camp. It's good to get in a game and get a feel for a regular season game. He obviously played in the preseason, but good young player. Somebody we're excited to help develop. And again, like everybody, we just got to try to continue to make improvements on a daily basis and just try to get better.
The coaching package that you guys have, was that something that all along you had in mind when you signed him, or is it something that worked the last 6 months?
Look, if we want to get 1 yard, we try to put our best players in there, and we it showed up in the game. When we needed a yard, we put him in there. We got two short yardage plays, and
fair use.
We just try to put our players in position to have success and our team to have success. So
I do not own the rights to this video.
So we used them today and it helped us.
Final question.
Coach, what does today's game just mean about your team, about just finding a way to win even though we're 6?
I mean, that's every team in the league. There's never been a perfect game played. That's just never happened. So there's always corrections to make. There's always things that you can improve on, especially early in the year. Trying to find the things that you do well. I mean, there's a little bit of trial and error at this point in the year. So I think that's every team. I think every coach is going to get up there and say there's a lot of corrections we need to make. We're no different. But our guys work hard. They've worked hard throughout the preseason. It's important to them to make the corrections. And we're going to have to do that, this week, starting tomorrow when we review the game. And, our guys, we got a good group. They work hard. So they'll try to make the corrections. And then next week we'll play, and inevitably there'll be more corrections to make. We try to take it one play at a time. That's what we try to do. We try to take it one play at a time. We try to pick each other up, support one another, and it feels good to get a win. However you get it. Thanks, guys.
All right, that was Brian Flores, ladies and gentlemen.
Amen, brother.
Good soundbite, man. What I got out of that, I think the message about Liam Eichenberg, I'm telling y'all, just keep your eyes out for this young fella. I just really think he's gonna be the future, man. Real quick, we want to go to the Tua Tagovailoa presser real quick. Y'all give me a second. I'll load that one as well.
I think I got my fantasy nights mixed up. Hey, Bill.
Oh, Lord. Make sure I don't get copywritten on that. Let him play. Give me a second. All right, here we go.
To an extent, we didn't, very football, but to an extent, we didn't, take advantage of a lot of the opportunities the defense gave us with a lot of the turnovers. But I thought overall,
it was one
there's a lot of
turnover.
things we need to clean up offensively. I think the defense gave us a lot of opportunities, and we just got to make use of those. Well, I wouldn't say our opening plays are scripted, but it's more so we kind of know and understand how the game is going to be, as far as our personnel being in there and what to expect as far as their defensive personnel being out there. And you can kind of gauge what plays are about to come into the headset. Yeah, well, it's all about making adjustments, and that's what we tried to do the second half. Obviously we got to execute a lot better.
We didn't fumble twice.
Taking care of the ball, that's big. So, yeah, I was trying to throw the ball away, but unfortunately, that's
that's good to know that you were trying to throw it away. Whew.
Exactly, TD. Exactly.
Well, I was happy for him. It being his first real, game with a crowd like this. I mean, I thought he made some really good throws. And their execution on third down, I think, was really good.
Yes, it was. Jesus.
Like he fits perfectly into their offense and their system. So I was happy for him. Yeah, I think that's winning football on the defensive side. And like I said, I think we got to do a better job at, making use of the opportunities that we get offensively. And I would say kind of giving the defense some rest as well, by either running the ball, getting RPOs, getting first downs, and
thank you,
and having long drives.
Thank you,
so they can
thank you, Tua. RPOs,
and then to that point, playing complementary football.
Thank you.
Well, I don't think it was just Jalen. I think it was a lot of the guys out there on the field, Devontae Parker, and a lot of the things that you guys probably don't look at. On Jalen's first touchdown, you got Durham and Mike on one side, and they're picking pretty much for Jalen, and that play wasn't possible without those guys. I think the line did pretty good too today.
Thank you.
Up front, obviously, there's some things that we got to clean up. And that's what tomorrow's for us.
They try to hate on the line.
Yeah, and I don't think it's just X. But having X is definitely really fun because something or anything can happen. But it's really everyone on the defense, that helps with the turnovers. And that was just X. That was just X. So, yeah. And I think we have about 2 more minutes because J-Mac is here. And so, okay, less than that. 30 seconds, guys. Say that again, sorry. Sorry, I don't think I understood what you said.
Me either.
Oh, Hunter Long.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, no, I think Hunter's doing a great job. Although he hasn't been getting catches, he does what he's asked. And I think that's what you expect and that's what you want. Especially for a rookie, someone that's just willing to go out there and do whatever he needs to do for the team.
Mm-hmm. Fair use.
I think these guys will be the first to tell you that it's not about them. It's just about the collective work and effort that we've all put in as a team, going against each other. And our defense kind of emulates, the Patriots defense. So we have the luxury of going against these guys and, them making it hard for us to move the ball, to run the ball, whatever it.
Wow, really? You just said that, really?
It is special for them because, they've obviously come from this organization.
Wow.
So it's a good win. All right. Thanks. Guys.
It's still a fact, though.
What's that?
After him, right there.
What's that, Jolie?
That we have tailored our defense and offense similar to the Patriots. It's a fact. And Tua just said it.
He did. Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
But you know what? I'm not even mad, and I'll say this. The reason why I'm not 100% mad is because it's not 100% Patriots. We're still have our own flair with the way that we run our offense and defense. But to be honest with you, Flores was there for almost 15 years?
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he takes what he's learned or he's seen that has been successful and try to use it as a foundation and then build on that and make it his own, which is what I've seen that he's done so far in the last 3 years that he's been here. Now, when it comes to adding to that, I think the more years we keep him as a head coach, the more you'll see the foundation, yes, of the Patriots, but realistically, it's going to mold into something where no other team is going to reflect what the Dolphins are.
If you want to win the AFC East, who do you want to beat? So that's the thing. If you're gonna, you know what they do, so you're gonna want to copy them and be better than them. So that's what it's about.
And plus, if you think about it too, out of all of the Belichick tree coaches that have come out, and there's a lot, which one has been the most successful one? Not just the most successful, but the most successful in the shortest amount of time. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I mean, Matt Patricia lasted 1-2 years with the Lions, and that's just the last one that I can think of.
Well, let me say this in
Charlie White, Romeo Cornell.
Let me say this in that regards. Listen, None of those coaches also had the opportunity Flores did to come in and scrap the whole team and start fresh and build it. Everybody had to inherit something and try to make it something because their general manager was never on the same page as them. Not to say that they're any better, but I had to give them a little leeway on that. But Flores was able to do it the right way, and that's credit to Chris Greer, allowing the rebuild and taking his input on the team he wants to build. Because when you bring in a coach, you got to bring in a guy you believe in and allow him to be a vocal voice in what we're doing. So big ups to the Miami Dolphins on this W today. I want to get y'all last thoughts before we get out of here, and then I'm going to say a few things because I've been streaming for 10 hours. I just realized that. So, Vic, man, tell me what you got before we get out of here.
Dude, I'm happy about the win. I don't care how it happened. We got the win, so we carry the next game. Buffalo's coming, and we got that because Buffalo did not look good today against Steelers at all. So, you know what? Our defense can handle it. Our defense is the game. That's the thing. So Tua has to be average, 7 or 8. That's all he has to be. So we just got to have, a consistent defense and Tua. That's what we're good.
I agree.
Love you, Brett.
Appreciate you, man. Love you too. All right, Jolie, talk to us.
Well, for me, I would say that this game, we got a lot of the kinks out, and I'm glad that we got the W getting a lot of the kinks out. This is going to be a foundational game that they're going to be able to use to see, okay, where do we need to get better at? What do we need to watch out for? And we're just going to keep going up from there. I'm extremely excited, especially because it's the Patriots, let's be honest, and we're number 1 in the division. But the other thing, and I'm going to finish with this, like quoting Dom Toretto, doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning. So whether we beat them by 30 or we beat them by 1 point, a W is still a W, and we're still undefeated. Go Fins.
Go Fins. Appreciate you, Jolie. Love you for that. See you soon, all right? Talk to us, CB83.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a good play game. I thought, we ran the ball when we needed to. We made plays when we needed to. I would have liked us to play a little bit tighter on the underneath stuff. Like, I understand, Mac's going to take what we give him, but I'd like for us to be able to take away some of that stuff. I also know that Josh McDaniels is a seasoned coordinator, so he understands, how to play the game and which plays to make. I know Gotti, this is his first game really calling plays, at the helm. So I would have liked to see some different play calls in certain areas, but I understand he's got to grow as well. He's got to be, learning as well. So I understand that's a process. I like the fact that we got the win. There's a lot to learn from it. And going into next week, I just want to see us make the corrections and be able to come out and get a run at Buffalo, really.
Amen, man. I appreciate you coming through, homie. Listen, we got Victory Monday
for
tomorrow,
sure.
man. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys, all right?
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, TD.
Same, bro. Cap for life, man. The homie, what's going on? Talk to me.
My brother, it's a new era. I got 6 words for you. Pay Agba, we want Buffalo.
Ooh, I love it. I'll take that any day of the week, man. That's all you got for me? Oh, he out of here, man. Listen, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you want to the new DWA shorts, make sure you go to the link in the description section and check that out. The DWA shorts are at the link in the description section. Also, if you want the Tua Victory Aloha, baby, make sure that you hit me up at tdfanstalk.com. I'll tell you where you can get these as well. I haven't put the link in the description yet, but you can always get this to support your quarterback, all right, online when we're live, all right? So listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. One more time before we hit the road, we have to talk to the haters. Let's do it. Hey, and listen, we did it big today. 1,500 people on the stream, man.
Got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose. No. We got another W. Haters gon' hate.
Hey, we got another W today. The haters didn't get their way, but but that's okay. No matter what, we know that they can't stay away. Since they gon' stick around, we should just call them Bay. Okay, we forward tough and y'all soft as play. No, we ain't trying to boast, just trying to show up every game. No rest, just work, we in the dirt, getting it every play. We bring that war with no delay. I suggest you pray. Amen.
We got another W.
Yeah, yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose.
No.
We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose.
The Dolphins are the real deal, like Holyfield. When we on the field, we got all the skills to pay all the bills. When these haters fake, we stay trill. They speed bumps and we climbing hills. This D is crazy, they gon' need a pill. But drugs kill unless it's Advils. Here's advice, make sure your first thought is to think twice. Don't wanna pay the price that'll cost your life. Don't take the chance, don't roll the dice. We big dogs with a large bite. We pythons, y'all small mice. We getting Super Bowls, that's foresight. No stopping us, we got a green light and we heating up. Check the Fahrenheit and we bout to blow like dynamite. Boom.
We got another W.
Yeah, yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose.
No.
We got another W.
Yeah,
The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W.
yeah, yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose.
No.
We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose.
Everybody's saying we at least a few years away, but Flores got a plan, about to show you there's another way. We're bringing the talent in the building each and every way. Drafted, undrafted, free agency gon' make a play. Finally got the organization back to seeing better days, but we were such a disgrace, a constant state of team decay. We gotta move forward, cause behind us is Adam Gase. Flores got us headed to the Super Bowl on delay. Let's go.
We got another W.
Yeah, yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W.
Yeah, yeah.
The haters, they don't like to lose. We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose.
We got another W.
Bye-bye.
Hold on. The haters, they don't like to lose. No. We got another W.
Bye-bye.
You gonna say bye-bye to everybody?
Yeah.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You gonna sing the song? We got another. Go.
We got another W.
Yeah, yeah.
The haters don't like to you.
No.
We got another W.
Yeah. Yeah,
The haters don't like to you.
All right, say bye-bye.
Bye.
We love y'all.
We love you.
Bye-bye. Say, Cammy, say bye-bye.
Bye.
Say it's bedtime.
It's
Y'all want to go to sleep?
No, not yet.
You want to go to sleep, Cammy?
No.
You don't want to go to sleep?
No.
Why?
Because you're turning the TV off.
You want to watch TV?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye.
One last time. TV. All right. All right. I'm going to read y'all a book. Good night, okay?
And we'll watch.
Yes, okay. I love y'all, man. All right. Good night. I'm coming in there. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Let me go love on the baby because I've neglected them all Sunday, but it's what I do. I love on them as much as I can all week, and the wife give me Sundays to enjoy football with y'all as much as I can, man. So shout out to my wife. Thank you to her because she holds it down, taking care of them knuckleheads while I'm here enjoying the game with my Dolphin family. All right. So special shout out to the wife. I love you. I love you. I love you, baby. I don't know if you're watching right now or if you sleep. She probably sleep because the babies came. Oh, there she goes. She's in here. She said, love you back. All right. Well, let me go show her some love. So I love you so much, baby, for allowing me to do what I do and have the time that I have in the Dolphin community. And everybody's showing you love right now, as you can see in the comment section as well. Fins up, ladies and gentlemen. The Dolphins are #1 in the AFC East, and we need to hold on to this and maintain it. We are on our way to the Super Bowl, man. We are on our way to the Super Bowl. And again, God bless you all. God bless you all. I wish you all the very best. And again, that's the best love that we could ever show, and the best way for us to ever win as a community is staying together and sticking together. Fins up, no matter what. We got another W. The haters, they don't like to lose, but they got to deal with it. Peace. I am out. Nothing but love.